I'm looking at Q1 2026 numbers across various communities in our market, and these numbers are crazy good. Starting off with Pensacola, average days on market, 80 days this year, exact same as last year for the same time frame. Average sales price was 348,000. Compare that with last year's 329,000 and you're looking at a nearly 6% year over year increase. Number of listings is also pretty comparable to last year. It is down a little over 100 within the same time period. And in terms of the number of sold listings, it's also pretty comparable. 850 sold this year, and last year was 822. So now let's head over the 3 Mile Bridge. And first stop is Gulf Breeze. Let's take a look at their numbers for Q1 of 26. Digging into the numbers here, I'm going to start from the bottom. It tells a bit of a different story. With 179 sold listings, that's up nearly 56% from last year. In this year, we had a total of 299 new listings, also up 21% from 247 in the same period last year. Now, that increase in listings resulted in a longer days on market as well, an increase of 18% from 61 days to 72 days this year. And then the average sales price is down just a smidge. In 2025, it was 551,000, and we're down at 540,000 now. Actually, in Navarre, we're going to hear a slightly different story yet again. So the story here is almost the inverse of Gulf Breeze. So if you look at the bottom, starting with sold listings, 137 sold listings is actually down about 8% from Q1 of last year. And new listings are also down in Navarre from a high of 263 in Q1 of '05 to 217 now, down 18%. But the average sales price is actually also still pretty steady. It's up almost 2%, now at 449,000 versus 441 in Q1 of last year. And yet again, days on market has increased almost 12% in Navarre to a total of 75 days. Okay, wrapping things up, we're going to head over to Pensacola Beach and Navarre Beach. And I'm going to tell you both of these are a different story, mostly because the number of sales is so small. So it does skew the percentages. I just want you to be aware of that going in. Average days on market was up about 13% from 2025 to 107 days. And the average sales price was also up and up about 7% from just over a million to just under 1.1. Now, if you look at the number of new listings, it's actually down 37% from 110 to now 70. And then the number sold is actually flat. It was 38 last year and 38 this year. This includes all property types on the beach, those single family homes, condos, and townhomes. And for anyone who is looking on the beach or who currently owns on the beach, you know that it's almost like a tale of two stories between what's happening in the condo market and what's happening in the single family home market. I'm happy to share those details with anyone who's interested. Just drop me a comment. Pretty similar to Pensacola Beach, but a couple of distinct differences. So number one is there are 23 sold listings this year versus 24 last year. And new listings is actually up 10%, arriving at 74 this year. However, last year, it's really only a difference of 7 properties. But looking at the average sales price, so again, this is up almost 20% to an average sales price of 1.1. However, last year's sales price was about $917,000. And when you're looking at so few properties across all of Navarre Beach and all the different property types, it makes a difference as to whether it's condos, where they are, townhomes, single family homes. So that's a little bit misleading as well. And then finally, days on market still continue to increase here as well. So up to 172 days this year. So the one thing that is consistent across our area is an increase in days on market. And that may affect how you present your home when you go to market to sell. It also may affect how you structure offers and negotiate terms if you're buying a home. But even as you saw here, across our area in these 5 different communities, there's still differences, and those differences can mean more dollars in your pockets. I'm Pepper White with Coastal Collective Group, and I help buyers and sellers navigate the greater Pensacola real estate market every day.